Hey, good morning, Catherine. How you doing? Ooh, what's up with this traffic? Oh, good morning, Catherine. Who else is in today? Now come on in. I'm gonna have to go offline for about 2 to 3 minutes, but yeah, but y'all come on in. I just wanted to say good morning to you all today. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. I found this nasty piece of Zara sweater. It opens up, so I'm wearing it with this. These are both Zara items here, but God is, honey. Yes, Lord. Thank you. Hmm. So last night was very interesting. So I went to Pizarro's channel because, somebody had said something about me. I'm like, let me go on in here and address this because it's really not that serious about your little loan and then what's her name? QI came in. I don't even look at QI, but I think she was a little lit. I think she had a little fruit of the vine before she came on. But I'm never serious about anything on these YouTube streets. This is pure entertainment. And again, when people take things and start getting serious with the entertainment, something is wrong. So that's how I look at it. Um, and I just think it's really weird, how people really take things seriously around here. Uh, Life is too good to be losing sleep over stuff on YouTube. I'm getting ready to go do some Christmas shopping. I got to get some gifts for some people. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to chill out for a little bit, but that's it. Thank you. I appreciate it, Catherine. And hey, Hypnotic Touch and Jules. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you. Thank you. I do the best that I can for old man. I do. So, um, I see that somebody sent me some information about Ness talking about me trying to get Brian back. Girl, nobody don't care about that. See, y'all hoes care about numbers. I don't. I just come on, care about being consistent, and that's it. And that's another fan. That's another fan right there. That's another person who craves that attention. So I'm telling you, it's the Christmas season, and I just will not succumb to all of this foolery that these girls are trying to throw because we see it. We see it. I see it. It's not all of that deep. It's not all that deep. So, hey, what's up? What's up, Uncle Clyde? Uncle Clyde, I'll be getting in contact with you soon. So, I'll be reaching out to you, Uncle Clyde. Oh my God, what is going on? Is it a parade? Oh shit, it's a Christmas parade. Oh, let me hurry up and get up out of here. Girl, it's a Christmas parade. Oh, I forgot about the Christmas parade coming up. Ooh, the people are here. Let me get the hell up out of here. Girl, it's a Christmas parade. That's what's going on. Or was it Oh, yeah. Yep, they getting ready to get started. Ooh, let me get up out of here. Girl, let me, let me get up out of here. Girl, I'm like, why are these people lining the street? What's up with this street lining? Girl, they getting ready to have a parade. Let me get the hell up out of Dodge. Mm-mm. Girl, they did get rid of Christmas parade. Let me get what I need and get the hell up out of here. Well, it's about to be a Christmas parade. Oh my goodness. Let me get on out here. Look, they lining up, Jesus. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. Jules, you know I'm playing. Girl, let me hear it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, come on, people. What y'all doing? My goodness. Okay, let me hear it get across this damn street. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to go in. I can't even do that, baby. It's a mess. It's a mess, baby. They dancing, writing, dancing. Y'all, I'll be right back. Ooh, I'll be right back, Jesus. Right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back and I'm getting ready to get the hell up out of here. Now, let me get up out of here, baby. They getting ready for this parade, baby. Lord knows. Let me back the hell up out and let somebody have this parking space. Oh, jeez. Oh, let me try to get myself together here. Right, it's Parade Palooza. Hey, good morning, you all. I'm just coming back. I just had to stop at Walmart to pick up something really quickly. And girl, they get girl, I'm like, they having a parade. I'm like, and then the girls shimmying. Girl, you know, they got 59 dance troops. That's the new thing now. Get a lot of dance team. So baby, I ain't seen so much shimmying and gyrating and all of my life. But let me get on here. I'm gonna let them shimmy and gyrate. I'm gonna try to get up out of here. Girl, because I mean, I'm all about that civic spirit, but I got stuff to do. I got brunches to get to. Ain't nobody, Lord Jesus. Lord, they got the hopping horses right there. Let me get the hell up out of here. Oh, look at, I mean, it's gonna be a pretty cute parade. But I just girl, let me get up out of here. Girl, the people waiting, baby. They lining up with the cars and stuff. Let me get on up out of here. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, Lord, let me get out of here. The police already here. My God, today. Oh, Lord. Y'all see all of that? All of that over there? Girl, let me get up out of here. There are people crossing the street. Somebody, is that Jesus and Mary over there? Is that Jesus and Mary? Is that Mary? Okay, I ain't never known Jesus to wear no Birkenstocks, but praise the Lord. Is that Mary and Joseph? My God, today. Let me turn this camera back around, Lord. Okay. All right, please, man, don't get nobody here. Well, let me get up here. The parade route start right there. So let me get on over here. What is this new restaurant? What is this restaurant? They've been in a new restaurant. What is this restaurant called? Andy's Frozen Custard. Okay, Andy's Frozen Custard. All right. All right, you all. So I am back. I just had to pick up something from Walmart. You all, I am excited about this new year coming in. I'm excited about the season. I don't know what it holds. I can tell you what, I don't feel like going back and forth with people, especially ignorant people. This is not a season to try to prove yourself to people. If you know who you are, you don't have to prove it, just walk in it. That's what I see. I see a lot of people who are very insecure, who are just concerned about what people say and all of that stuff. When you are securing yourself, you walk in it, you don't care. Please, this season, don't send me stuff about what people said about me. I really don't care about that. Send me news that I can use. For those who are in the know, you in the know. I'm going to start blocking people who do that because I really don't care what these people say. I don't know them. I'm not in relationship with them. We don't sleep together. We don't go out to eat. So what they really think about me really doesn't matter. Everybody has to make their content, I guess, and sometimes I am the content, and that is perfectly fine with me. So don't be sending me stuff. Somebody said this or they dragged you. Okay, whatever. I'll get into that. So anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I don't get into that kind of stuff, so don't send me that stuff this season. So this season, you know, you can't say anything about me that I haven't already heard. You know, so all of that foolishness, it really doesn't matter to me. I don't, like I said, I don't know what's happening this season. It may be my last season. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to enjoy this new year coming in. I'm going to enjoy this year ending. Looking forward to the new year. There are some great things happening. Being mighty blessed this season. So yeah. So I'm telling you, trolls, right now, if you don't want to be blocked from me, and I'm being real, I don't want to hear about who dragged and all of that stuff. That stuff matters not to me. If I want to hear it, I can find it. I don't need you to do it. Give me news that I can use. And the ones who know, they know. For the ones who don't, it's all good. But y'all know the news that I can use. So please, please, ma'am, please, sir. I don't care about folk dragging me and they use your thumbnail for this. I don't care about that. And I don't need y'all to care about it. And if you so inclined and so upset that somebody said something, then you deal with it. I mean, if I'm not upset, you shouldn't be upset. So I want y'all to get out of that this season of sending me stuff that I really don't care about. I don't care about the lady in Seattle. She got issues of her own that she needs to deal with. Uh, she needs to get the foster that works. You know, yeah, she's a lot of stuff. She got enough issues of her own, to even be a present parent. It's a lot of things going on with that. So I don't need to hear about that. Give me news that I can use. Other than that, there's really nothing major going on in the beef sector that I can see. Y'all may see it. Y'all may think it's major, but the lemon thing to me is not a major thing. It's almost like Trump. You got to talk about it because it's in the news, but you don't feel like talking about it. So that's it. Now, I did see King Roman making a rap about QB, and that was very interesting. So I'll continue to look at that. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Yeah, it's boring right now, and it's fine. I mean, the YouTube beef sector is cyclical. It has ebbs and flows. So it is right what it is. So I guess King Roman is fighting with Bob Abe and QB. So, hey, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Miss B. I see you, Ebony757. I want to thank all the ushers for being here as well. So I guess they're fighting right now. So King Roman made a rap, and so they're doing that, and so that's a little back and forth there. So we'll see what results from that. And that's it, you all. I come on just to shoot the breeze, nothing major. Really not in it for numbers anymore, just consistency. People will like you or they don't. People gonna stick with you, gonna stick with you. If they're not, they're not. It is what it is. Folk gonna either like you, they gonna hate you. It don't matter to me. It is what it is. And so that's what I have to say about that. But what I don't do is inorganic beef. I do not beef with people who need that attention because it's a lot of people who need that attention. So you do what you got to do, and you just overlook them and you just keep on moving. So it is what it is. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the other half's gift. I mean, he has everything. Got to figure out something that's sentimental because he's a real sentimental feeling. I remember dates type person. So I'm just trying to find a gift that has some connection for this Christmas. So with him, you really have to find a Christmas gift. It's just not like going to the store buying this, boom, that's it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. What's up, Myra? So yeah, you all. So I will be at La Cantera today, and I'll probably be at Rolling Oaks because it's close to home. But yeah, I am looking at what's going on in the news. Pete Hegseth needs to resign. That black admiral who actually resigned. I'm looking to see what he has to say. He's trying to bide his time because he doesn't want them to retaliate and take his retirement and all of that stuff. So he, again, you have an African American man who reached that high rank, but these people are really showing that they do not like black people because this man is well qualified to be an admiral, to be over the Caribbean. And now we have a man who they're going to throw under the bus. And that black man says, y'all ain't going to throw me under the bus. I'm going to go ahead and leave because I see what y'all getting ready to do. And so, you all, this administration is just full of corruption, full of kickbacks. It has to be the most corrupt, blatantly corrupt administration that I've ever seen. And Donald Trump is so ego driven. He was at the FIFA soccer thing. It was embarrassing. So it's going to be really hard out there. I don't even know how the economy is making it. It's just a lot of things going on now. And I think the people are going to really move with their votes and really try to vote some of these people out because it's not good. It's not good for the country. And people are really suffering. Farmers are suffering. Things are not getting better. And we see this King Louis XIV and Marie Antoinette type mentality. You're so out of touch with the mainstream people, and you're doing all of these vanity projects, and you're really not focusing on the economy. You're not focusing on infrastructure. It's a lot of stuff, you all, and I just think whoever is going to get elected, they have a lot of repairs that they need to do, especially with the CDC as well. Robert Kennedy it's terrible. It's just chaos. So those are some things that I'm really looking at now. So that's going on, and it's really saying a lot to what we're doing. So yeah. But yeah, y'all, we have Brian here today, and like I said, Brian is real sensitive. But let me say this, it is what it is. It's the beef sector. Folk gonna talk about it. Nobody is upset about that, and nobody don't take your shit personally. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get a 36% interest loan, that's you. You can do that. But we talk about it, but I don't have to pay the shit. So again, we just talk about it. But folk be all sensitive and stuff. And I just like, and this is why you really don't want to meet people, because then they have it out that you are unemotionally intelligent, but you don't get moved and deterred by stuff that on YouTube. I mean, I read his little tirade, and he resorts to name calling, and I get it because that's the type of person he is. No, I'm not stopping. I'm going full speed ahead. You don't control my platform. You talk about your platform. I'm gonna talk about what I want to. I'm old enough to talk shit, and so that's what I do. When you get 55, you'll talk shit too. But until then, you just go ahead and sit back, or you just go ahead and move on. But I'm gonna say what I want to say. So again, this is what happens when you are uber sensitive, and then you feel like you got to prove stuff to people. Nobody told him to put that payment stuff on there, but this is what people do when they're insecure or they got to prove something. And that's the emotionally intelligent thing right there. I could give 5 damns. I'm not paying the 36% interest. We just talk about the shit because you put it on there. And you don't want to always talking about your lawsuits and stuff. I mean, if you don't want people to talk about shit, stop talking about it. But you can't stop people from talking about it because you don't like it. That's what I don't get about these people. And so, again, I'm going to say what the hell I want to, and you ain't going to do shit about it. And that's the real. Because just like you talk about me, which I don't really have a problem with because I know where it stems from, I'm going to say what I need to say. So, yeah, good day, ho, move. But I'm just tired of babying these sensitive folk because they mama done babied them and did all of this. And then they come to the sector, they know what it gives, and then they want to get all tender-hearted and stuff, but they can say any and everything about everybody. They can wish death on people. They can do all of this stuff. But then when you start saying something about them, then the hoes get tenderhearted. And like I said, what you say about me is cool with me because it's a part of the beef sector, right? It's par for the course. But you can't control nobody and be getting all, well, maybe my feelings are hurt and maybe I'm sensitive. Well, then it is what it is. It is what it is. But nobody ain't stopping shit because you sensitive. That's what I'm trying to say. So my thing is, I'm just tired of people playing that sensitive role and always try to do this. They can do all the shit they want to. They can say all the shit they want to. But then when you start clocking them, then they get uber sensitive. But they don't remember what they just said or what they did and all of that stuff, and they get sensitive. And I'm like, I don't give a damn if you get sensitive. I'm pure Aries, don't give a damn. I'm here to do my show. And if you take this real, and if you get uber sensitive, then maybe your ass just needs to go on. Maybe this sector, it may not be for you. I guess, I mean, it is what it is. Because I feel like if I can deal with it and know how to deal with it appropriately, then I think you should be able to do the same thing. But that goes to show you this. Then you got that other person who's just so obsessive about this. I don't have to use anybody. I just show up and talk. I can talk about birds, and I'm going to do what I need to do. Because I do not need the validation or approval from any of y'all people. The content creators don't need that. So I'm just here to lay it down and talk truth. And if your feelings hurt, your feelings just hurt, but it's just the damn truth. Now I'm looking at QI, and she always drunk. It's like, girl, can you stop drinking for a moment? You got all of this land and all of this stuff. Your mama done left you, your granny done left you, and what you doing? Are you spending it on Tito's? I'm like, damn, girl, you drunk. And then she really got mad. And then, you get to a point where I'm not going to argue with you anymore. It is what it is. And you just let them do. And girl, all of that name calling, it does nothing. It does nothing. It really doesn't. So I just sit there and look at y'all. Nobody don't beg y'all to come over here. Nobody, let me say this, you all. Like I said earlier, I appreciate your presence, but it's not necessary. Your presence isn't necessary. And people think that you can't go on unless they click your link. And it's like, well, you can click it or not. It's not going to do any good. Like you got that stuttering hoe over there thinking that, you ain't going to make no more money off of me. Okay, well, whatever, because you want all that anyhow. Your stupidity, was used. I mean, so that's it. And you got about 4, 5 folks that come over to watch you. So how's that working for you? That's why I look at people and like, okay, whatever, because when my season is up, it's up, and it's all good. When I stop making the money that I need to make, then we'll find another way to make some money and do that and get another income stream. But until then, I'm gonna hang on in there. But I just laugh because y'all really take this shit seriously, and it's like it's not that serious, boo. It's not that serious. And I always go back. How is you being upset with me going to help your situation? How are you being upset with me going to help you get a job or help you get off of alcohol? How is that going to... See, this is what I'm saying. It don't make no sense because you being mad at me is just you being mad at me because it ain't stopping nothing over here. It ain't stopping blessings over here. So you mad, you reading and dragging and all of that stuff, but your situation is still the same. That's what I don't get. And that's the funny part about it. You got a whole grown man crying over SNAP benefits. And I'm like, nigga, you need to be getting up and work. SNAP shouldn't even be in your vocabulary. But when you lazy or you have low self-esteem or can't see it for yourself, that's it. I can understand if you lost the job and you going through hard times, but this seems like it is a chronic situation. It seems like we like living off somebody else. and not knowing that the government only holds you back. You can't do nothing on them benefits. You can't make a certain amount of money. They say this is what you make, and if you make over that, then your benefits are cut. So y'all trying to make the bare minimum or do the bare minimum so you can get that free government handout. And I'm supposed to be, and you read me. It's just ridiculous. And then here come that belligerent drunk talking about you think you better than other people. No, I don't. I sure don't. That's what you think. That's what you think. I've always told people I'm not perfect, but I am more proactive than reactive. But that's how you feel. And how you feel doesn't have nothing to do with me and how I'm going to move. And I'm not going to change because you have a problem with me. And you can tell when people drunk or when people upset, the real them come out about how they feel. You think you better than everybody. No, I don't. No, I don't. Never said that. But I don't let y'all hoes come up here and talk to me any kind of way or make me feel any kind of way or like I'm supposed to bow down to y'all. And that's what y'all hoes want. It's a control issue. And never once have I tried to control you. But that's what that's all about. So when I start hearing stuff like that, I'm like, well, maybe it's your problem. It ain't mine. Maybe you need to get a friend. It ain't my problem. So it is what it is, y'all. And I'm being real on this in this season, y'all. Don't let people control y'all. In this season, let people say what they want. It has no bearing on you. And that's for anybody. We have a lot of people with a lot of dysfunction here. And all they want to do is control people. And the bottom line is control because they have no control over their life. So what they try to do is control other people. They try to tell people where they can and cannot go. Or you moving funny because you're talking to this person and all of that. Leave that controlling mess alone. That's what all of this stuff is about. They want to make you feel bad because they really ain't doing what they need to do. I mean, it's evident, and they are fans. So learn how to roll with it and go with it. So that's what I'm trying to say on today. I'm not trying to be flippant. I'm not trying to be arrogant or, as they would say, narcissistic. But y'all got to realize that these people want to control folk. The most power they've ever had has been on these YouTube streets. They don't have any power outside of YouTube. So this is what they do. This is why they can talk to subscribers like they're dogs. This is why y'all can give them money and they'll still cuss you out because this is what they do. I have no other power except this. So, but yeah, so it ain't no big whoop to me. And I'm not mad at anybody. This is why I just don't let people get to me. This is why I come on, put my commercials in, and leave right on out. This is why I don't sit here and go back and forth with people. Now, I will say something because it's good for the content. Y'all know it's about content, and that's about it. But to really take these people seriously, and is this on my mind? Hell no. Got better things to do. Yeah, that some of these people only have YouTube friendships, and that's it. But hey, it is what it is. Not mad at anyone, not angry at anybody, don't hate nobody. Just do my show and leave and move right the hell on. And that's it. You know, somebody was talking about I was trying to turn it because I was flying Frontier and stuff. Well, it is what it is. I'm practical. See, again, y'all hoes try to put me up on that pedestal. I don't. I don't. Long as Frontier get me there safely and back, it is what it is. If Spirit gets me there safely and back, that's what it is. You rarely hear Spirit crashing. You rarely hear about a Frontier crashing. See, that's the whole thing. And these people want you to believe that they turning it like that and they got it like that, and they only take Delta and American Airlines. Half of them hoes ain't never been on a plane. So that's why I sit here and just look at people like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? I'm going to take what's going to be good for me. And my thing is, if that's how I travel, then I don't have no issue with it. I ain't trying to impress y'all hoes and don't have shit. I'm good with what I have. So again, I hate to say it that way, but y'all stop trying to impress these people. That's why I was sitting there looking at Brian. I'm like, I know you just didn't put your payments and stuff out to prove to somebody that it was your money. Ho, you don't have to prove nothing to me. And you doing that just tells me how insecure and weak you are to even do that. And then find out that you done paid 36% off of it. Whether it was $800 or not, that's 36%. But again, I ain't paying it, so I really don't give a damn. But if you think I'm not going to talk about it, you are sadly mistaken. Maybe they'll probably be talking about this fashion today. It is what it is. If I come on camera, baby, I'm open for folks to talk about it. It ain't no big whoop. I ain't losing no sleep about it. It's the content. If it's going to keep the streets a buzzing, we'll buzz together. And what I don't want to put on camera, I don't put on camera. It's just that simple. If you put it on camera, that means you really want people to talk about it. If not, then stop putting shit on camera. I mean, it's that simple. It doesn't take a rocket science. You don't need a college degree to know that. You don't have to think you're better than nobody to know that. You just don't put stuff on that you don't want people to see. And some of you all really overshare. And so that's the real deal right there. Yeah, you right about that, Catherine. I'm reading y'all comments. Okay. And y'all better protect y'all energy. Leave these people alone who always depressed, who always oppressed, always going through shit. Every year, something going on. Every year. Baby, it's like, can you get a break? You know? And that's why I look at Brian. I don't care if he get mad or not, but he always wishing death on somebody or wishing something on somebody. And then the next thing you know, he laid up in the hospital. Stop doing that. You always doing that to people, and you always the one in a crisis. That's why I sit back and watch. You know, but yet you want to talk about folk, but then when somebody say something about you, you get so sensitive and let me leave and let me go and like whatever. And the same way you do is the same way you do your relationships. That's why Mississippi, you know, because you probably do that to him. That man probably speak his mind and tell you what he is and is not gonna do, but yet you want to do what you want to do. But then when he say something, then you get upset about it. That's the same thing that happened with Honest Row. You want to spill all the Honest Row tea, but then when Honest Row started talking about your stuff, then you get mad and you went there with Honest Row. You went real dark with Honest Row. But that's the type of personality you are. And that's why I don't. You ain't no different than Tommy, except Tommy is a little bit more volatile, and you a little bit more smooth with yours. You just go ahead and fade away and don't show up for a little bit. You know, Tommy just get drunk and say it. But y'all the same. Y'all the same. And that's why I don't pay you no attention. Coming on here acting like folk, your real friends. So baby, nobody don't owe you nothing on here. That's why I don't lose sleep over folks. So I'm sorry you feel that way, and you can make 50 videos and put up pictures and stuff, but it does not denote the fact that you are uber sensitive, and nobody is going to wear kid gloves and dance around your shit. So anyway, y'all. And let me say this, y'all. I'm not trying to cause strife, but sometimes things have to be said. And I went up there to really figure out, hey, what's going on? You seem like you upset. They said that you had, borrowed money against your stuff. They said your settlement wasn't quite what you thought it was going to be. I mean, and the people chimed in and say, yeah, Jay, that's right. And then you get mad because I talk about it. No, but we ain't going to say nothing about it. But let a booger fall from my nose, baby. If the booger and my nose will be all front thing, people be talking about it. You see what I'm saying? But then when it's your turn, oh yeah. That's why I say these people doxing. It ain't funny until it ain't look. It's funny until it happens to you, and then when it happens to you, people get uber upset. But I'm like, well, you done did it to folk. Now it's done happened to you. Now you want to get upset about it, baby? Please. So anyway, y'all. Oh yeah, and people got mad because of that. But it is what it is. And then QI talking about somebody male identified, but she a stud. Girl, you are just most male identified a stud. Lord Jesus, I ain't even gonna go there no more. Let me not call Beetlejuice up. She may pop up and appear. Y'all so male identified, but you a stud. You putting on men's shoes. You putting on men's boxes, men's clothes. Okay, you dabbing like a man. You got a haircut like a man. I think that's very male identified. You try to have the mindset like a man, but then wanna act like she's a femme queen. Wanna act like she's a lipstick lesbian. And then you gotta look at her. I'm like, girl, sit down. Just running how it is ridiculous. And like I said, I don't come up here for nothing but to entertain. I come up here to make y'all laugh, to make y'all sad, happy, laugh, cry, whatever can. Some of y'all might be happy when you leave here. Some of y'all might be pissed off because of what I said. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So that's what I gotta say. And then, Catherine, let me say this: you are more than welcome to come to Jaycation. I don't know why people trying to make a big issue of stuff. Let me tell you something. Stuff that's gone is gone. I don't have time to fight about it. I don't have to analyze it. Once I have said what I need to say, we move on. I don't be holding stuff. It's like, let's go. Let's go. The only time I bring junk up is when people want to bring junk up and be messy. And that's when I have to go on back there and do what I got to do. As far as Catherine, I don't have no problem with Catherine. I know people want me to, but I don't. So I look at that too. Always starting something just to be starting something. Try to get over. So anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, and like I said, they all. I mean, she's always in a fight with somebody. She's always. I mean, it's just contrary just to be contrary. That's her whole thing. Just living for strife. She want to be a Angela Davis so bad, Jesus. She wants to be Angela Davis so bad. What's up, CDP? What's up, everybody coming on in? I'm just talking, y'all. It's really slow in the beef sector. I'm not making up stuff. I don't have time for no manufactured beefs. I'm not, fighting with content creators. Baby, it's just a lie. I know A lot of them have a lot to say about me. It's good. Keep on. Makes me relevant. I'm still at a number. That's it. And yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, but sometimes y'all, it's like you don't beat a dead horse. You just move on. Now, Brian thinks that I was trying to make something of that. Let me say this, y'all. I didn't even know anything major about his situation, and then he put that little payment plan up, and I'm like, first of all, for him to even put that up is like, are you that insecure? Are you that you got to prove something to people who you don't even know? Prove something to people who ain't even paying your bills? They just talking about it because it's content, but you feel so inclined to put all that out there, and so yeah, you want people to talk about it. You put it out there. That's my whole thing. If you put it out there, you want people to talk about it. If you don't want people to talk about it, you don't put shit out. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You know that people are going to talk about things and it may not go the way you want it to go. I mean, I was upfront about my banner competition. Folks say I'm scamming. Well, it is what it is. Some people always gonna feel that way, but it don't have nothing to do with me. The banner competition still gonna happen. The folk gonna get their money, and I'm gonna walk away with mine. And guess what? We'll start another year. I don't care about what they feel and what they think, and that don't have nothing to do with me. Don't have nothing to do with me. I'm about business. Everybody know I'm about business. If it ain't making no money, I don't want to be a part of it. Because, like I said, this apparatus is about business here. If I want to be benevolent, there are enough church groups outside of YouTube that I can be benevolent with. And when you do try to be benevolent on YouTube, then everybody questions, well, how this person getting this? So you can't even be benevolent on YouTube, which has really hurt a lot of people, I feel. But nobody's going to be putting up with always having to explain this and explain that because it's not necessary. So I don't do stuff like that on YouTube anymore. People talk about, why don't you give to somebody? Nope, I can do that in my real life outside of this YouTube apparatus. When I come on YouTube, it's about business. If it ain't making money, I don't want to do it. Okay, if I can't put my commercials in it, I don't want to do it. And again, I can't be anything but upfront and honest like that. I don't need no friends. I got friends at home. I got friends here. I don't need no friends. And if I make a friend on YouTube, then it ain't for public consumption. I'm here for the money. I'm here for the entertainment. I'm like Shula King. I don't work overtime without getting paid. And he stopped his comedy show, and that was it. And I mean, a lot of people may have been taken aback by that, but he's right. I'm not telling extra jokes and not getting paid for it. You don't get on your job and work overtime free. So I know I ain't doing it. So again, if you don't like that kind of realness, then move on. Then move on. I don't know Brian personally. That's why I don't be tripping. I don't know him personally. I don't know him personally. So anyway, y'all, let me go ahead and get to where I need to get and do what I need to do. It ain't all that serious. It ain't even serious now, but I'm just telling y'all what I'm about so there'd be no questions. I ain't mad at nobody. It's not that serious. If I'm mad at somebody and want to hurt somebody, then I need to get off of YouTube. Oh, Brian and Roe fell out again. Well, it's always. Child, it's always. Well, look, I got to go because I'm at my brunch spot. I'll be talking to y'all later. But look, let me say this again, y'all. It is not that serious with me. I don't hate nobody. I come in here and do my show. If it ain't making money, I don't want to do it. And that's true. And that's the truth. And I'm just being real about it. I do appreciate people for giving cash apps and people blessing the banner challenge, because what that money was given for is going to be used for. We ain't canceling nothing. We're going to go right ahead and do what we said we were going to do. That's why people give. They can say, and all of this J scamming and all of that, that's because you want to ruin a reputation because you can't do it. See, you can't come up and ask folk for shit because A, people don't trust you, B, you may not have the branding. And so it's a lot of reasons, and that's not my problem. But people know if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and I do it, and I have done that. So the scamming thing is to make, I guess, people feel like, oh, you can't trust him, but baby, the people know. The ones who know. And I just know y'all mad because how did I know y'all? I know y'all mad. It's because y'all always telling the people they stupid and always trying to convince the people that they did something. Because if they did it for you, we wouldn't hear all of this. But that's why we know that that's how y'all do it. Y'all got to know that there's a method to this madness. We'll because we mad because they getting blessed. And this is the even case with the Lemon. I know that a lot of people don't like Lemon, and Lemon is a bragger, and I get you, but at the end of the day, that's his channel, that's his platform, and he's making it do what it do. The only thing I have against Lemon is he has to be smart and not mess up his money and figure out some workarounds when these people try to do that. But for the most part, these people are upset with Lemon because Lemon can come on, have people work for him, pretty much have people work for him, and then they get mad at it. That's that whole situation right there. So that's the whole thing with Lemon. Um, People may not like him, but when you are at the top and when people start paying you attention or people start coming to your channels and platforms, people start getting a little angry, they start getting a little jealous, they start counting your coins, and that's the real. And I'm not upset and mad at Lemon. Everybody has their day, everybody has their time in the sun, but can you be relevant 5 years after? And see, that's the biggest thing. But let that man do what he got to do. So look, y'all, I gotta go. Peace and love. Bye.